Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. I gotta admit, I'm kind of surprised we're going for double digits on this streak already, and we're gonna have Isaac. It's kind of nice, you know, this 10-win streak just sort of happened relatively accidentally. Curse of Darkness means for once we're not on an XL floor. D2NN. Oh, I'm down to Neverwinter Nights. HT Genshi. It's close enough. Alright. No frame rate issues, thankfully, although we did have a little bit of a frame issue when we first got started. It was just a luxury to be able to walk into that curse room without taking damage. Or, not without taking damage, but without ruining our Deal with the Devil chance like we have had on every single run that we've had recently as a result of just exclusively getting Curse of the Labyrinth. Plus, I can't stress enough, this is the first run where we've had Isaac since looking for Raw Liver. Just by virtue of the fact that we have a reroll, it gives us a much better chance. Of course, we actually have to find an item in the secret room to begin with, which has only happened on, like, you know, 1 or 2 of the last several runs, but it's something. It's a helper. That's definitely a reroll, and we rerolled Dead Sea Scrolls into Scorpio. Might be wondering, hey, Northern Line, why didn't you just use Dead Sea Scrolls once? It could have been Book of Revelations. That is true. That's not a bad idea, always. But it could have been Kamikaze as well, and if it were Kamikaze, then the, you know, health that we lost would have been very terrible. I mean, we didn't know that we had that other half Red Heart waiting in this room is what I'm trying to get at. So I feel like it was the right decision to do things the way we did them. You may disagree. Hey, play the seed, see what you get out of that Dead Sea Scrolls. I don't think that's seeded, but maybe you'll get something delicious. I don't know. That's not damage that I'm very proud of. That's damage that I'm even less proud of, so hey, we would have been dead. And I swear to you, I didn't just do that to prove a point, but, you know, hey. If you do Dead Sea Scrolls, you go to hell before you die. I'm very displeased with the fact that I took just a staggering amount of damage on this room to start with. If I drop a bomb, I can pick up a red heart, but that'll preclude us from going to the secret room on this floor. Still might not be the worst thing to do, all things considered, especially considering there's a key in there. Hopefully we'll get a bomb from our boss. It's poor play, but there's really not that much I can do about that now in hindsight. And I wanted that HP in case this exact situation ended up happening. The fact that we are fighting fighting against the Haunt means that there's a pretty realistic chance that we take some damage in the process, dumb or otherwise. Probably depends on how difficult you classify the Haunts. I still oftentimes feel that the people who are like, oh, the Haunt? Dude, I never take damage against the Haunt. I think those people, you know, show me the tapes. Show me the tapes. I want to see like 100 runs of you against the Haunt, and if you take damage more than 10% of the time, I'm going to call you a liar. But maybe those people do genuinely exist. I don't know. Whenever people are like, nah, dog, Gurglings is harder than the Haunt, I'm like, yeah, you know, Gurglings is annoying. It's not like they're substantially different, but I don't know. The Haunt is a clear-cut winner for me in terms of most difficult boss on this floor. Even if it's not a boss that should be ruining your run. I go back and forth. Sometimes it's the little Haunt, sometimes it's the big Haunt. Synth Oil as our item is great there. And I'm just going to leave. I don't find the... I don't find myself having too many fond memories of that floor. I kind of just want to get a move on. Now, being on the basement part 2, you know the deal here. We're going to be doing our damnedest in order to get that deal with the devil. And 2 bombs means we will be looking for a secret room as well, of course. It's kind of an important part of our overall strategy regardless. Oh, I had a feeling I might not sneak through there. Dumb play on my part. And just really kind of slip in here. Whipworm's okay. Gimpy is fantastic. Maybe we can get one more penny or, I don't know, something here. Another key somewhere down the line. Let's gamble. This is not the way that you like to tackle this floor. You know, you like it to be a lot smoother. But I'm not playing that fantastically. Alright, I'm going to blow you up. If we get a deal with the devil, all is forgiven here regardless. Kick a bomb over there. Could have used our key to get to the shop and used our bombs to get to the item room, but, you know, that's all... You know, let's let bygones be bygones. That's, in hindsight, is what I'm trying to say there, but I lost the words. Now, we've actually gotten extremely lucky recently with taking red hard damage on the second floor and yet still getting a deal with the devil, which is totally undeserved, but if we get it, I'm not going to be the kind of person that's going to complain about that. So So if that does happen to us here, we will have a D6 ready. If not, we'll be able to reroll whatever the boss gives us in case it gives us a bullshit item. That does happen from time to time as well. Another Eternal Heart there is awesome to augment, or at least supplement, the amount of HP that we're going to lose by probably, you know, going up against our deal with the devil here and trading something away. But really, you know what I think it is? You know what I think I'm playing sloppy right now? I think it's because I'm just too excited. You know how a kid gets excited on Christmas night and is unable to sleep? You know, they think Santa Claus is coming, which he totally is. And, you know, they find it difficult to sleep. And then, you know, because they find it difficult to sleep, their parents are like, well, if you don't sleep, you're not going to get any presents because Santa won't show up. And then it just gets worse and worse and worse. That's how I feel right now about playing Isaac. I'm like, I'm playing Isaac! It's so awesome to not be Maggie for, like, the first time in forever. This floor has been very generous, by the way. The fact that it's given us so many opportunities to pick up full health in spite of the fact that I've taken dumb damage like an idiot. Our damage, by the way, speaking of, you know, our damage in this case instead of the game's damage, is actually fantastic. Synth Oil plus Scorpio is going to make us more than a match for these monstros. Obviously, we're hoping to keep pace with the game, and, you know, Synth Oil plus Scorpio is not going to carry us 100% of the way to the end of the game forever. But it's going to make it easy on us in the short term here. Moment of truth. We did get a deal with the devil. I'll take Placenta. It's fine. And unfortunately, probably no items. Well, that's a first. We ended up getting 9 attack flies. I don't know if I've ever had that happen before. So we'll go back for the Eternal Heart. Apart from that, I think we're pretty much just on our way. Battery, not worthwhile. We can get to our shop. We could blow up the donation machine 4 times. Decent chance to give us 15 cents. It's a relatively decent chance to give us 15 cents, but is it really, you know, worth the hassle, all things considered? Probably not. That's my philosophy on it. We're going to be at 5 HP. Decent amount of damage. Good consumables. No innate protection for a deal with the devil, which, again, is the reason you might want to go and blow up that donation machine, but it's a little bit of an inelegant play for me, and I'm oftentimes an inelegant player, but that being said, I'd like to not be. 5 HP? Did I just say 5 HP? It becomes more relevant now that we've got Curse of the Unknown, but actually this is excellent. So Pandora's box right now is 1 item. We'll put it down. It's a speed upgrade, which is not bad, but could be better. We'll re-roll it. We get magic fingers. Should we have used... That might be a very stupid play on my part now that I think about it. We could have used Pandora's box on the secret room, and if we used Pandora's box on the secret room, we probably would have had a better chance to re-roll it into raw liver. You're going to have to be patient with me. You know, I'm not used to these individual techniques for farming up 1 item. I'm a law of large numbers kind of guy. If you know what I mean. We don't know what this pill does. I also don't know what I mean. Pill with hematemesis. Kind of scary. And a chaos card. Still, we're going to end up re-rolling the crap out of Magic Fingers, which is worse than a speed upgrade if we already have a spacebar item that we're kind of enjoying. I don't know when we're going to use this Chaos card. Ah, thank you, Placenta. It's actually kind of worthwhile there. Pop up, pop up. How are you not dead? Oh, then you exploded and didn't do any damage to your buddy. Almost some terrible damage there. We're alright. Chariot card. Unfortunately, can't really use that to do anything special on our curse room. Not until we get a Spirit Heart or already fight the boss can we make that situation work out for us. What do you think? Secret room here? Seemed too good to be not. That's not normally how that expression goes. Unlimited keys is actually pretty fantastic considering we haven't had any keys used so far. I almost feel like this has to be the second secret room. And it was. And we're just going to blow this up, which might be a waste of a bomb. Gave us 5 cents. Not so bad, all things considered. We're going to go up, and we'll see what's happening here. I don't anticipate too much of a problem, really. Room's a little tricky to dodge, and with the poison damage, we have kind of like an unreliable timer on these bombs. Like, they could explode or not explode, as the case obviously was right there, at any given time. Callus, as much as Whipworm is kind of cool and people love the worm trinkets, I think I have to, I think I have to say no to it. and instead go with the Callus, which is going to protect us a little bit from the spikes on the ground. Unlimited keys. Anarchist Cookbook is going to get rerolled. I should have rerolled Magic Fingers as well, but we'll reroll Anarchist Cookbook first. Should have taken it out of the pool as well. Sloppy play. We are at full HP, though. We haven't taken any damage on this floor. I can't be too mad about that. A deal with the devil still definitely exists, and hopefully if we actually go to our shop, we have enough money to buy a charge, reroll Magic Fingers, and, I don't know, get something from our Mob Trap pool. Maybe? Is that the way it works, or will it reroll from a universal pool, or is there like a special Pandora's Box, like, sub-pool that it pulls from? I don't think so. Help. Help. There we go. Either way, I'm okay with it. I would like to have 5 cents ready for the next floor, but I can't guarantee that that's going to be plausible. I know we have BFF and Sharp Plug, 2 fan favorites, but we're going to buy both of these just to make sure that we're ready for a potential deal with the devil. This is the version of Gertie that does not summon any extra enemies, aka, like friendly Gertie. I don't have I thought there would be a name that rhymed with it. I'm just going to be straight up with you. There ended up not being a name that rhymed with it. I panicked a little bit. My joke cortex is a little bit off right now. That's okay. Apparently that should be the title of this episode. That's okay. It's also the title of my upcoming sitcom on the CW. It's going to be starring me as, wait, who's someone you can... Bruce Jenner. I'll be starring as Bruce Jenner. I am also a decorated Olympic athlete, so you know, I understand what it takes to portray that level of athleticism and poise and composure. Remember, like, literally 1 floor ago when I was like, man, our damage is doing really well. I don't know if our damage is necessarily doing really well anymore. This Gertie fight has me reconsidering a lot of things that are going on in my life right now. It is only the Caves Part 1. I wasn't looking at the time there. I was looking at the floor. It doesn't feel like it could have changed that much in such a short span of time. But here we are. It's almost over. Kind of surprised I didn't take any red heart damage on this floor. Feeling pretty good about myself. And we did get a deal with the devil. We probably want the HP. Could be Krampus here. You get a... The more you play, the more you get a sense of when Krampus likes to show up. And in this case, it was like, you know, we worked hard, so I'm not surprised that Krampus chose now to show up. That's just, you know, that's his prerogative. That's okay. In a way, I almost hope that he gives us... I mean, Lump of Coal would be the best, but if he gives us Krampus's head, we get a guilt-free reroll into something that could be amazing. And it is Krampus's head. We rerolled it into something that was actually pretty amazing. Contract from Below. Borderline a must-take deal with the devil item. We won't, unfortunately, be able to reroll Magic Fingers now in all likelihood, but we did our due diligence in this floor apart from that. You know, it sucks that our Pandora's Box didn't actually pay out for us in a meaningful way. Should have just taken the speed upgrade, I guess, but it's not that big of a deal. Hopefully. Maybe we'll still get a battery charge and we'll be able to do something about it, but I'm skeptical that that's going to be likely for us. Not quite enough money. If we'd gotten, you know, maybe like a double nickel drop or something like that, I would have been a little bit more excited. As is right now, not quite what we needed. We'll lose our Spirit Heart. Maybe pick up another one via Gimpy on the way out, but we'll give it a try. Mom's Toenail. As crazy as I like to portray myself sometimes while playing Isaac, I'm not that crazy. Mom's Toenail just a little bit too risky for my blood right now. So we didn't really improve ourselves damage-wise on this floor, but let's see if we get some penny drops here. We didn't really improve ourselves damage-wise, but we did get yet another deal with the devil. Contract from Below is going to make it so, in all likelihood, we're probably not going to be wanting for consumables ever on this run. Well, after a while, anyway. We did end up going super slow, and there won't be an arcade on this floor, which is very disappointing, because with Gimpy, that's a really nice way to not only generate the chance of HP, but also money, and also chances for Spirit Hearts as well. Oh well. We stayed true to our short-term prospects instead of our long-term prospects. That's not always a bad decision. Our short-term prospects, you know, spending our money allowed us to guarantee ourselves Contract from Below, which was a pickup that I think is probably, you know, worth what we spent on it. Try here for the secret room? Won't be there. That's unfortunate because I would like to go to that cursed room. Kind of saw that was going to be like our last chance last-ditch effort there to be able to get out of the way of the silkworms, and I took it, and I think we got a little lucky. Oh, that was just not smart on my part, but I didn't get hit. Life's good. Okay, that charge is useful. I can see forever, even better. Yeah, sometimes you can get in there and knock that out of there with a bomb, but it takes usually a couple of them. A little bit too rich for my blood right now. Definitely not going to use a Chaos card on this room. I'll admit that for a moment, the thought did enter into my brain as a possibility. I was like, I could probably kill like 4 silkworms with a Chaos card. And then I thought, if somebody else said that, if Mathis said that, what would you say? You would say, you are being a goddamn idiot. Save it and then use it in a much more effective situation later. Work with me here, please. We don't want to reroll anything on our shop. In fact, we'd rather just buy a champion belt, then maybe reroll the ladder afterwards. But Nearsighted Friend is terrible. Book of Secrets is okay at best, but annoying. We have another battery back here that we can use, which I'm a fan of. Juicy Sack Sticky Babies is okay. That's as far as I'm willing to go, you know, deep on that item. But it's alright. Could be a lot better. But I have a little bit of a soft spot for these enemies, that are these objects that do create creep. I like being able to slow the enemies. On top of another status effect, that's going to, you know, keep us relatively safe here. And on top of that, we got our second secret room right here, thanks to that I Can See Forever card. And it's a black card, which, you know, it's going to give us the best chance at a deal with the devil here. I don't think it's necessarily super likely that we're going to get one, even if we play ideally. I would love it, though, if we could get it. Chub is countered pretty hard by Juicy Sack. You know, the spiders that you get from it, they can be meaningful. Ugh. They can be meaningful if you're a little bit stronger. Our tiers themselves are not blowing the doors off right now. I'm loving that Gimpy actually paid out, though. Made it just so I had a little bit of extra peace of mind in my dire situation there, and kept me afloat. I appreciate it. So, again, unfortunately, more HP. I'm going to sacrifice my... Oh, we have Callus! Ah! I forgot. So with Callus, we can walk over that with no risk. Okay. The Curse Room's still going to take our Spirit Heart, but I think it's worth it. It was not worth it, but I think on average it's worth it. We have been to our item room, we have been to our shop, but, you know, why not do a little bit more exploration while we're here with Contract from Below? Great chance to get some extra consumables out of it. So why am I taking the Wheel of Fortune card instead of the Chaos card? Northern Line, what are you doing, you goddamn idiot? It's the first time in a long time that I've had the Chaos card, and considering we do have the Chaos, or not the Chaos card, the Wheel of Fortune card, it gives us a guaranteed item on the secret room. I can't say no to it. Especially, you know, you consider if we get like a Yera rune or something in the future, get it to pay out, double it or something. I don't know if that would actually work, but you get the idea. Hopefully. Hopefully I get the idea for that matter, but it's a chance, basically. So you're saying there's a chance. Yes, I am saying there's a chance. 2 Eternal Hearts. It's basically an HP upgrade. It's not worth much more than 1 Eternal Heart, but you know, we're 100% safe from losing it, which is kind of nice. As long as we pick them up at the same time. And our HP is going to be balling out of control. I hope I get the opportunity to trade it for a little bit more damage. As of late, we have not had many of those opportunities. Oh well. You are probably screwed. Alright, 10 cents. I think with 10 cents and 10 bombs, we blow up our donation machine a couple of times and get to 15 cents and pick up Champion Belt. Not only is it a good item to begin with, but we've gone through a lot of floors without picking up any extra damage, and I think that's the kind of thing that I will be on the lookout for. You might be saying, I don't like that judgment as much. I don't need HP, and that's what it's likely to pay out with. You might be saying, hey, why don't you, like, use the Chaos card on something? Or why didn't you, I guess, because now we're already in the past tense for that. Well, you know, didn't really matter all that much. It wouldn't have been the worst idea. I think Placenta just healed us. It wouldn't have been the worst idea, but I didn't see it being super relevant. And you know what? Even though we maybe don't want to blow up this like crazy, I do want to give ourselves a great chance of getting a deal with the devil on the next floor, so we'll blow it up a little bit more. We took 10 cents out of it total. I'll even keep 3, and we'll donate when we get a chance at the end. The Spirit Heart just gives us a much better chance at the deal with the devil. We need the damage to give ourselves a better chance of success here. Our run is going just fine. I'm just looking ahead to the future. That's all I'm trying to do here. I doubt this will be a secret room, but I think it's worth the crack at it here. I might not even find it if it were down there, but you know, we'll sort out that puzzle as we move along. Was that a tinted rock? We got to go back. That might be a tinted rock. Please. It's not a tinted rock. All right, false alarm. It's not a tinted rock, everybody. Don't worry about it. Extra bomb payout is kind of meaningless. I wish champions paid out with double the consumables if you had contract from below. 3 cents, or sorry, 3 keys total now is pretty good. That extra spirit heart, very advantageous. Since this doesn't hurt, I guess we can just never get a payout out of it. I mean, I'm not salty about it because this room usually ends up being just straight up garbage, but I thought maybe we'd be able to scam it a little bit. Oh well. No secret rooms in this general vicinity, it seems. Yeah, we could bomb that. I might consider it. I might take a look at it. We'll see. Not 100% sure where my values lie with respect to that yet. Can't believe that bomb lived. And in terms of like run determining floors, I think this floor is it's going to go a long way towards determining whether or not we're going to end up winning on this run. I really do buy into the notion that there's items that set the tone, or like there's floors that set the tone. If you do really well, then on a floor that is, then the tone can be set very positively and help you out in the future. I don't want to use too many bombs, but I'm very glad that just worked out for us. We'll blow it up again. Could look for a better trinket, but 2 bombs for a penny. Great trade. Big fan. I'm not going to use any keys to go into that shop yet. You might be saying it's a good idea because you can then reroll, pick up the charge, and reroll again, or pick up the charge and, you know, have a reroll ready for whatever you want to do next. It's a little too cute for me. I don't have the money to buy anything from the shop, and I'd really love to get an arcade on the next floor because the gimpy payouts could actually make it worth our while from a spirit heart perspective. Ooh. Tractor beam pulling me in a little too strong there. That's okay. Didn't take damage. You are going to be poisoned. We'll draw a dick on the ground, which is my standard, you know, panic reaction to everything. It's not that easy. I wasn't going to draw a penis. I was going to draw, you know, Richard Nixon. Not because he's named Richard, but he's kind of an asshole, right? That was like a multi-level joke. I wasn't trying to make any political statement by that or anything. Necropolis 1, Fight Against the Fallen. This is like the classic set the tone example. That bomb could have been better. No! We threw our deal with the devil chance, but we're still going to get a deal with the devil item. Should have not done that. Should have just not taken that damage, but doesn't matter. Give me something good. Give me something good. Give me something good. That's not very good. Give me something good. Give me something good. Give me something good. That's not very good. Give me something good. That's all right. I can deal with that. Let's stop singing. Should have done that before I went into that room. That would have been the logical choice. I'm not always that logical of a dude, though. How are our consumables not doing that well for us, despite the fact that we have contract from below? Maybe just some poor uses of them? I don't think so. Maybe just some prodigious uses of them. It's a more polite way to say that. Had a feeling we'd probably end up dealing with this bullshit. That's okay. That was just exceptionally poor damage. Pin is actually annoying if it gets slowed, so I'm going to try to keep the juicy sack creep away from it as much as I possibly can. That's for you, Dark Bum. I shouldn't have even taken that one. Like, the extra damage over time and just being able to actually hit reliably with our tears are going to be much more advantageous than the slowing creep. Alright, I will move down to this block to do more damage if that's what you desire. We do have our item room, which I'm pretty excited about. If it could just be a high damage item or a great tear effect, I feel like all would be forgiven. Not that there's anything to forgive on this run. It is shaping up pretty nicely. Juicy Sack does sometimes give us a slowing tear, by the way. It's not just the creep. It's not just the creep. It's not just the white goo. That's for you, Dark Bomb. Anything? Thought maybe you might pay out there. Rosary. Rosary is bad enough that I don't want to take it. It's not even bad, it's just... It carries kind of a greater penalty, and we don't need Rosary for survival. If we did, I'd be into it. It's a really nice item for, like, short-term survival. Ends up coming in handy all the time. This, by the way, might actually give us the proper conditions to actually buy an item from our shop here, which would be great. Yeah, not too excited about the missing page, but, you know, the fact that we have 21 cents now allows us to buy an item. Might be, yeah, it's an easier big room, thankfully. Allows us to buy an item while also still keeping 5 cents for possibly the possibility to spawn an arcade. And we're totally going to go to our curse room. And we're totally going to open this. Yeah, you got to get infamy at some point, so there it is. 2 spirit hearts is well worth our time. Maybe another one on the way out thanks to Gimpy. Nope. That's okay. And another easy room. Kind of a difficult matrix of shots to dodge, but that is actually excellent. The fact that we got a battery right there. The thing that sucks is that we have finished all of our rooms, and we're not going to fight greed, so like we can't go to one more room and then get 3 charges. We're going to have to live with the 2 that we've kind of got sitting on the map right now. We have 1 right outside of our shop. But we're going to do it this way, and I think it should work out for us. I have faith. Judas' Shadow is fun, but it's not good if we have this much HP. Normally, I'm the first person to be like, 9 lives, give it to me. Which, incidentally, if we had 9 lives in conjunction with Judas' Shadow, I would just take them both right now, and then they'd both get a little bit more pull for my personal taste. Thank you. As it is, though, just not quite good enough for sound play inside of our shop. Blank card. Yeah, okay. So as much as I love the D6... and believe me, I do, we have to go blank card Wheel of Fortune. And this is gonna, like, completely sacrifice our ability to reroll anything. Which is why we should come back here and get our reroll back, and then use it on Judas' Shadow first. But it's gonna allow us to spawn so many slot machines inside of our secret room in the chest. It gives us what I would consider to be by far our best chance of getting raw liver. The downside to it is that we won't be able to reroll the items as they drop, but if we're able to create 4 or 5 or, I don't know, maybe even more than that, depending on the number of charges that drop, if we're able to create this many on the slot or on the chest, that's pretty amazing. Magneto is not very good for us, but we're kind of at the end of our rope here if we still want to have an arcade on the next floor. Nun's Habit would be a fantastic pickup on our next floor if we could swing it to spawn as many Wheel of Fortunes as possible. I mean, there's even some strategic play here, even if we're not just trying to farm secret room items on the chest, because it's, yeah. If we put all of our, like, Wheel of Fortune blank card plays in one area and then blow it up, probably get a lot of consumables, a lot of red hearts that Dark Bum would feel free to turn into spirit hearts. Now, all we need to make this run really nice, from my personal standpoint, is Mom's Knife, Death's Touch, Brimstone, Abaddon, some high damage tiers to make it so I don't have to worry about living to the chest. If I don't have to worry about living to the chest, this run becomes a lot less stressful. As is right now, it's kind of neat though, because it is, it's certainly unique, and this is not a run, and not a strategy, I should say, that I would ever expect to see me employ again. Dark Bomb, that's for you. What about this pill? Can we get it? No? That doesn't seem right. I'm going to check out the curse room. Yeah, that was well worth it. We're not quite at the HP cap yet, so totally fine. Not a smart play, but they're all going to be nearly dead. Nice save, Patrick Waugh. And the keys are nice as well. Really, really, really would love to see an arcade. Thank you, Infamy. Oh, what? That was completely my own bad. Oh, there's a tinted rock over here. I should have probably paid closer attention to that. Good. Very good. At this point, we don't need the Spirit Hearts nearly as much as we need extra damage in order to make me feel more confident for the future. Thank you, fucking Callus. I've totally forgot that we still have this. Okay. I mean, there's no reason not to use blank card and then get the battery and get blank card back, but there's no reason to do it either, you know? I follow the rules of Sloan. If it feels good, do it. Even if you shouldn't, don't let people mess you around. But if it feels bad and there's no point to it, you know, why bother? That's my other part of the philosophy. All those guys paid out with red hearts. Life's good. Oh, the spirit hearts. Come on. Take it. Speed down is real nasty. We're not excessively slow. We look really slow because of the tractor beam there. We're not fast, though. That's for sure. I'll do it. We don't need to do it, but I'll do it. Who knows? Probably counterfeit penny anyway. No? Just like 6 cents. Maybe not worth the consumable gain, but that's okay. I will play this judgment. There's a pretty good chance now that, you know, he pays out with something and we have the money necessary to still do what we want to do, unlike that judgment earlier. Plus, there's a, you know, good shot. Portable slot is not terrible, but we're not going to end up using it effectively because of the fact that it's an active item. That's okay, though. I was hoping that maybe it would give me a map item. Blue map or compass. Oh, well. It happens. So that is going to be our shop. No greed fights. That's all I ask. That's for you, Dark Bum. No greed fights. Well, you know, don't be pedantic. I count this as a greed fight. I don't know if I want you to pay out with the Steam sale or what, but, you know, just do whatever you're going to do anyway. Yeah, I'll take the money instead. Try not to get hit, even though the gimpy play is intriguing. Looks like our secret room won't be giving us access to our boss trap room, which is unfortunate. This fucking, I knew it. As soon as we got, like, sucked into that room, I was like, my lack of speed in the tractor beam is going to make this very, very difficult to get away from it. Really, really would like to get a deal with the devil on this floor. I don't know whether or not it's going to be plausible. We've still got the spirit heart backing us up. We haven't been to our item room yet. Dark Bomb? No, nothing yet. But in the future, I'm sure. It's pretty bad for our damage when we're not even killing the dips in a single hit. They're, as far as I know, they're some of the lowest HP enemies in the game. Maybe even lower than, like, neutral, like, not attached to orbital poops or anything like that. Flies. But then I look at, you know, a fight against these gurglings, and I'm like, we're doing pretty well against the gurglings. Infestation is something that we would have re-rolled, but it's okay. Well, considering we've been to our shop and our item room, I'm going to just go fight the boss. No, I'm gonna go fight the boss, alright? We do have a good crack at getting to the secret room because we used an I Can See Forever pill. On the other hand, oh, there's a tinted rock right here. If I can just get Mom's foot to drop up here. On the other hand, we have a great chance, or the greatest chance we've ever had, of getting raw liver from our chest. We gotta give ourselves the best chance to live to our chest. I think a deal with the devil plays into that, and we only have one spirit heart right now. I don't want to risk fighting a shitty room and potentially ruining the whole shebang, you know? Okay, like, please. Please. Yes! Okay, very good. We got 2 spirit hearts out of that. This fight shouldn't be that tough. It's just because I was positioning myself in a terrible position to, you know, try to get the foot to stomp on the spirit heart. I mean, we're not balling out of control from a damage dealing perspective, but it's not so bad. Actually, like having Juicy Sack here because it puts me in a position where it's actually pretty easy to see the shadow because it contrasts nicely. We got very lucky to not take damage there. Infamy came through in the clutch, as they say. This is a good moment. Speed's too low for me to reliably get out of the way of the foot. If I take any extra seconds, like, we can basically kiss that HP goodbye. We haven't been hit at all, though. I'm a little surprised. Come on. Yeah, you have, like, no HP. I was like, the poison should take you. Good, good, good. No, okay. Oh, I didn't even see it coming that time. So much for the contrast. Good. We did get a deal with the devil. Please vindicate me here. Dark Bum, Red Heart, no Spirit Heart. Ah, it's done. We won. Now it's just a matter of actually making it work. Like, forever. I think it is worth taking Goat Head. Basically, I'm paying 1 Red Heart cover charge to get into our deal with the devil on the next floor. But We can focus all of our efforts 100% on getting to this chest. And I don't think you'll be mad about me taking Mom's knife. And if you are mad about me taking Mom's knife, hey, just remember that a single floor ago, or a single run ago, I sacrificed a Mom's knife run for the purposes of absurdity. Now I'm taking a Mom's knife run for the purposes of surviving long enough to make real Platinum God happen. Let's do it. Puberty. Could be better. Now, the one thing that is making me slightly nervous, and maybe it shouldn't, because we have, well, first off, we have Wheel of Fortune, but secondly, we have Contract from Below, is the fact that we have no bombs, which is going to make it difficult to blow up slot machines. There we go. I appreciate it. Now, I'm not going to use these bombs. I'm going to save these bombs just because I don't want anything to fuck up my mojo right now. It's also a very convenient excuse, coincidentally, to be a little bit lazy. But you'll have to forgive me a little bit of laziness. My gambit actually ended up working out fantastically. So I'm still a little bit on cloud 9 from that. Thank you, spiders. Making my life a little simpler there. That's for you, Dark Bum. I think a Spirit Heart is in order. A friendly spider doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt me, anyway. Yeah, we don't have the speed necessary to do what I was trying to do there. We can't get out of their way. Easy enough. That's for you, Dark Bum. Range upgrade, not too psyched. And honestly, I think we're better off just trying to ensure our survival here. So let's just head down. The argument I would have made there is honestly for Guppy's Collar, which is crazy. But if Guppy's Collar got us a respawn, that would have been great. By the way, where the fuck is Gimpy? Why is Gimpy not paying out with hearts seemingly ever? Definitely have to look for Tinted Rocks. That arcade is something, you know, I'm thinking about it. Like, look at the speed is just too low, man. Dark Bomb. Oh, Dark Bomb, that's 2 inopportune payouts in a row. Those are 2 payouts I didn't need. We could use our Wheel of Fortune card to farm up, or like we could use our blank card with Wheel of Fortune to farm up some extra HP, hopefully for Dark Bum to pay out with the Spirit Heart. Or we could start blowing up some of these things over here. I don't know. I don't want to resort to that. Just because you're going to think that this is an excuse, but, you know, I don't want to accidentally hit the Q key instead of the space bar and, you know, use the Wheel of Fortune card at an inopportune moment. Stranger things have happened. I find this room relatively easy. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Okay, we're back in it. Not that we were ever totally out of it. I can't believe the pills are not magnetized. Yeah, Northern Line, there's no metal in pills. Come on. You're gonna say there's metal in, like, HP? Well, there's iron in hemoglobin in the... Okay, you know what? No. I'm not gonna give you that one, because that's fucking bullshit. Hemoglobin is a construct made up by the Illuminati to take your organs from you. So how do you feel about that? Probably not so good, right? That's what I thought. I think we're best off sticking with Callus. Kind of wish for some HP there. That's okay. The dream is almost a reality. All we gotta do is find the secret room once we get down to the chest, which is really what's gonna take the majority of our bombs, I guess. Not blowing up the slot machines, but rather finding the secret room in the first place. Damage is out of control. It's up to the Cathedral. I would say, you know, a very good, very healthy step 1 is just beating the Cathedral. Curse of the Lost doesn't really matter all that much. I wasn't planning on looking for a secret room on this floor anyway. Yeah, well, I wasn't planning on looking for a secret room on this floor anyway. Sure. I mean, the lipstick might be okay. Callus has saved me a little bit of trouble, though, and we're unlikely to run into spike rooms on the chest, but on the Cathedral, spike rooms still totally happen. Curse room, huh? How do you feel about this curse room? I feel like I'm not gonna go to it. There's a chance for a Gimpy payout. It's low. There's a chance for, you know, us to get some Guppy items. Who cares? And there's a chance for us to get some Spirit Hearts. That's the only one that I actually give a shit about. Shouldn't be standing so close to these enemies, but it is the easiest way to ensure that like 100% of the time that the enemies on the screen, Mom's Knife is touching them. Pretty good way to ensure that they're touching you, unfortunately, as well. We're extremely fortunate that we killed Death before it managed to spawn anything too annoying. Kind of unfortunate that we've reached a dead end, but that allowed me to draw like a sweet knife blade on the ground. And we can just revel in the ambient music for a while. We blocked one hit there as a result of infamy, so I'm not going to be too salty about the damage that we took, because the damage that we didn't take is tells a much cleaner story. Come on. Look, it's probably going to be worth it, but I didn't want to use a bomb for that one. We'll use a bomb for this one on the off chance we pick up something super useful. You know what? I feel okay about trading a bomb for a black card here. And that is going to be the end of this floor, after we beat Isaac, of course. Dark bomb? Yeah! I had a feeling. Oh, you're too good to me. Okay, even one spirit heart out of this would be awesome. Sure, just a live... as long as it's a friendly spider, I'm not going to be that mad. Our spiders are going to be doing a lot of damage. Juicy sack with the slowing damage there. I totally own that damage. I took it. That's my fault. We picked up a spirit heart for our troubles there. You know, the shots were slow, and thinking they'd be out of the way, I backed into them. Very dumb play. Just like last run, we're very, very slow on this one. If I get hit here, I would feel very bad about my performance. There we go. Okay, so this is the closest in the entire series that we have ever knowingly been to real Platinum God. We can do this. Okay. So, deck of cards gives us 2 of hearts. Quarter. Tech point 5, does it even work with Mom's Knife? Yeah, okay, that's going to be incredible. And then we're going to roll a Unicorn Stump. And this is going to sound ridiculous because the whole reason we're down here is blank card. But Unicorn Stump is very, very useful for us for not taking damage. Now, we'll switch back to blank card as soon as we find ourselves in the secret room. Because once we're in the secret room... I can't do as much as I wanted there. Once we're in the secret room, we will want as many charges on blank card as possible. But for now, you know, we can get away with Unicorn Stump because we don't have a battery, so we can't overcharge blank card anyway, right? So we're going to use every opportunity to find a secret room just to maximize our number of charges. If we find the secret room late, it's going to be so annoying because we're only going to be able to create 2. But if we find the secret room at like a normally realistic time, maybe halfway through the floor, I like our odds. I mean, I like our odds anyway. We've never gotten, since we wanted them, more than one special item, or more than one item in general, on our secret room. Sure, I mean, the lard pickup is fine. I don't see a reason not to. And, you know, Unicorn Stump Mom's Knife is just a classic, like, win. Wish the knife was facing the other direction. Add in Tech point 5 here for the extra DPS output, and it's a very powerful run. The only question is whether or not we'll be able to make it work for us on the other strategic level that we've been thinking of. I probably should have gone to Dark Bomb. Don't have a ton of bombs. The spiders are kind of pushing them back. I don't like it. This is a very, very easy room for us. So we're again checking every room as we find it. Oh, okay, it's good. Okay, so we come back. This is where the floor becomes real. I think there's no reason not to blow up the... yeah, there's no reason not to blow up the fortune tellers as we create them. Except for humor's sake, but we might as well. Okay, so we get a battery in here. That's nice. There's the first one. Actually, you know what? There is a reason not to blow them up as we create them. And that reason is limited number of bombs. But if we blow up 2 at a time, we should be totally fine. Money equals power is great here, and you know what? I'm not going to be mad about this one either. I'm going to assume that we're not going to get a Perthrow rune, which is a bit of an assumption, but let's be honest. It's pretty unlikely. So now, let's get to work on getting a full charge here. Our money equals power is going to be out of control. 4 rooms per charge. We have a 2 of hearts if things get, like, truly terrible. That's for you. One friendly spider for 2.5 hearts. Could have been an unfriendly spider. Still. I think you'll forgive me for being a little disappointed there. Could have taken one of those half hearts for myself. That's pretty good, though. Vindicated somewhat. Okay. Haven't gotten any more bombs, so a little anxious. What just hit me there? One of the spiders? This was one of the spiders. I'm gonna come back. Maybe we won't blow it up just yet. I'm psyched that we found it so early. Relatively speaking, at least. And I'm worried about, you might be saying, why don't you at least play the fortune teller, or why don't you play the slot machine before you blow it up? Maybe you'll get an extra charge. True, but it's a calculated risk, because if it explodes into, like, consumables before then we don't get shit out of it. I would rather just go for the guaranteed item than, you know, the 1 in 100 chance of getting, like, exactly what we want out of it. But you might not be wrong, admittedly. I apologize for my overly dismissive tone. Should be one-shotting the keepers. Might even be one-shotting Super Greed if I land the shot properly. That's a very good payout. So a win is pretty much guaranteed here. All that remains to be seen is whether or not we can get the true win. The ability to just not have to fucking worry about Real Platinum God anymore. Again, Dark Bum, that's for you. HP no longer a concern. And of course, remember, we can, at the very end of things, pop the Wheel of Fortune card and explode it. Now that we're going to be able to put 2 down, I feel free to use a bomb there. Oh, played it once. Thank you for not exploding. Mulligan is fantastic. Best friend. Do we need to be able to reroll the items in here for them to actually provide us with secret room items? Because I don't know if all of these are from the secret room pool. Now, the mulligan is just going to be stupid powerful for us, even though the knife doesn't generate that many flies. I'm assuming Tech Point 5 has a chance. If not, I don't know what the hell is generating flies for us here. Maybe nothing, but any flies that do get generated are going to do a lot of damage. Dark Bum. As much as I complained about you earlier, you are now legitimately being a little bit too kind. I have to admit, I'm getting a little bit anxious, a little bit nervous, a little bit almost offended by the fact that we may very well get out of this run without having come across raw liver, despite this play. We can get like a tarot card or a pill. We get a pill from blowing up Lust last. Well, now we'll find out. Health down. Doesn't really matter. There's our boss. I mean, I kind of feel like we might as well just kill the boss. We're not going to go down to the next floor, though. So don't fuck it up. Don't kill the boss and then go into the chest. But you might as well kill the boss for the extra charge. I was hoping for 48-hour energies there. Should be a lot easier than the Isaac fight. We've upped our damage considerably since then. No orbitals, which is making this a little annoying. This is one room I wouldn't have minded using Unicorn Stump on instead, but whatever. We've got so much HP, it doesn't matter. Don't go into the chest, and we'll work our way back here. Still only 2 bombs. You're teasing me a little bit here, game. You're teasing me a little bit here. And, you know, this might, if we look at our map, we've done a lot of rooms. We might be at the end of our rope here. Like, that big room might be the last room that we have, or it might be the last kind of connector that we have to other rooms. I don't want to use a bomb to blow that up just yet. We're going to have at least 2 slot machines to blow up because we can use the Wheel of Fortune card itself. But I'm hoping that we get 3. More than that would be gravy. Maybe a Perthrow rune. Oh, this is it, man. Well, let's be honest. Our survivability is not that much of an issue here. If we die on this room, that would be my greatest throw in Rebirth history. Especially if someone, like, did exactly the same thing on the seed and knew what was coming. That dingle should be dead, as far as I'm concerned. No consumable drops. Alrighty. This is it. This is our last 2 cracks at it here. I'm not going to be overly salty if it doesn't work out. I'll just be disappointed, because we threw it all at the wall here, and we were having a ball, but we could lose it all. Don't make me make the call. Please, Wheel of Fortune card. Oh, Wheel of Fortune card, Wheel of Fortune. Ah! Ah. I tried, you guys. Maybe made some mistakes, but I think you gotta recognize that I was at least doing my all that time, trying to make it work. That's okay. It's still a win, and, you know, this is the saddest I could ever possibly sound at getting a 10-win streak. Yeah, it's not even our second secret room. We got a 10-win streak now, and they've all been pretty fun runs, so I'm excited about that. Less excited about the fact that we didn't get raw liver, but hey, we tried. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.